Blues fans, Nico Pauly with Blue Vlog back again, and I got some more news for you on the Blues side. Nothing as breaking as any sort of trade like my first two videos, but it's sort of an update and maybe like a trade speculations. The Blues are now officially looking to trade a top 4 D-man and looking to trade for a top line winger, which I'll get into for a second, plus some other news with the team itself, not players outside of the team. So I'll start off with who they're looking to shop. And per Frank Seravalli today on the Daily Faceoff, the Blues have been low-key trying to send out Colton Payako with that remaining, I think it's 8 years, $6.5 million contract, which is going to be tough. But there is one team who has been talking a little active, and that is the Ottawa Senators. The Ottawa Senators, I guess, have been poking at the big dog, which I don't blame them. Colton Payako has the potential to be a big shutdown defenseman. I feel like a change in scenery for Colton would be best case scenario for him and the rest of his career. I feel like in St. Louis is not really working, especially with the last couple seasons. I've been a big hater of Payako, and I'm wearing my Payako jersey that I got because I thought, hey, we're going to have this guy for another 8 years. Might as well get it just for fun. And now, after a year, it might be gone. So, oh well. That's okay. So, Ottawa's interested. The Blues asking price is a younger defenseman, NHL ready or NHL capable, who could possibly grow into a top 4 pairing role, which would be huge. We all know that Doug's sight of the Blues' future is not just a complete rebuild. He wants a quick retool. He compared it to the Los Angeles Kings, who had a few. They went from contention. They went from winning the Stanley Cup, then playoffs, then out for a minute, and now they're back. All they really need right now is, I feel like, a goaltender, even though Phoenix Copley has been pretty solid for them, in order to get back in that contention race. A little bit about Payako, if you don't already know. He's 29 years old, a 6'6" right-handed defenseman. We drafted him in 2012 in the 3rd round with our 25th pick in that 3rd round. His best season was his sophomore year with the Blues, where he played 81 games played, 4 goals, 31 assists, 35 total points. I was actually kind of surprised with the overall goal total from Colton Payako, just because I feel like he has that wicked clap bomb, but he just always misses the net. So it makes sense, but I honestly, right now, it feels like, off of memory, it wasn't always like that. But, I mean, maybe I'm just thinking of the good times when he was actually good, and now I'm a big hater. His worst season is actually this season. At 53 games played, 3 goals, 16 assists, 19 points. Not too bad in the point total, but he's minus 18 on the year. I know plus minus is a big hated stat category for hockey fans, but, I mean, as a defenseman, I feel like it's a little bit, it's a little bit more significant, and Payako all year has just been abysmal. He hasn't been good. He leaves lanes open. He doesn't cut down or he doesn't cut off the angles for forwards. He's a slow skater. I mean, I guess he's not necessarily slow, but his puck handling skills are weird, and his shot always misses the net. It's garbage. He's been bad. But also, per Frank Seravalli off of the Daily Faceoff live stream I tuned into today on Twitter, it's actually funny because the notification popped up. I have notifications on for Frank Seravalli, and it said a new team entered the Timo Meier sweepstakes. And I tuned in because I kind of had a gut feeling. That now the St. Louis Blues and Doug Armstrong are indeed poking at Timo Meier. Timo Meier, I'll give you a little insight. He's 26 years old, a 6'1", 220 pound. 6'1" and 220 pounds. I'm 6'1", and I'm only like 190 with like no muscle. Imagine this guy with 220 pounds of muscle at my height. Like, I don't know. In my sights, I'm just thinking like, holy smokes, this kid's big. This kid's big. And he can play either right or left wing. In 2015, he was the 9th overall pick in that draft by the San Jose Sharks. His best season was last season, the 2021-2022 season, where he had 35 goals, 41 assists, 76 points in 77 games played. And this season so far, he's got 31 goals, 21 assists, 52 points in 57 games played. At the end of the season, he is a restricted free agent to start the offseason, and his asking price for his next contract is at least $9 million against the cap per season. My thoughts? I'm okay with it. If Doug really wants to make this a quick turnaround and a retool, Timo Meier is a great way to go in the right direction. The kid could obviously score goals. He's 26, kind of in the same age range in between Buchnevich and Cairo, which is exactly where you want to build your core around, which is perfect, in my opinion. I mean, he's a big body. He's not scared to go down in the blue paint, get those nasty goals, and he also has a wicked release as well. Very sneaky. He's a good skater. He's got the hands. I mean, all around, he's a great two-way forward, and I feel like he would really work in our system. Some fans are kind of just saying, let's just draft someone. We have 3 first-round picks so far in this draft, and possibly 4 first-round picks, but if Barbashev goes. But I don't know if a first-round pick is what we're going to get. Maybe a second plus a third, maybe like a 7th or 6th as well for Ivan Barbashev. But I'd be excited to see Timo Meier, and $9 million is a lot to be asking for, but I feel like the Blues could knock him down to possibly like $8 million or 8.25 around the Thomas Cairo range, so they could all, have a lovely career together. All right, next on my updated league list, I have Marco Scandella and Scott Perunovich have been activated off IR, which is huge. I'm not a fan of Marcus Scandella. I am a big fan of Scott Perunovich. Perunovich was actually sent back down to the AHL. He had a conditioning stint through IR with the AHL. He played 2 games, had 1 assist. I just feel like they sent him down to get a little bit more feel of the game, kind of get right back into it. And Marco Scandella will indeed play the night against the Carolina Hurricanes. This will be his 700th NHL game, which is good. Good for Marco Scandella. I've been a big hater for the last couple of years, but this is huge. I'm excited to see him play again, especially after Payako and Leddy and Falk and Krug have had very bad years, and Mikkola got traded, and now we have Rosen on the back end with Tucker. I love Tucker, though. And I'm going to end the news of the day, or news of the week, I guess, on a bad note. Jake Neighbors is expected to be out for a while, per Berube. I think I saw a tweet yesterday or a couple days ago saying that Neighbors was spotted with a sling on, and it was a weird play because it seemed like he was skating, kind of going in the corner, lost control, or he got a little bump and lost control, and his right shoulder went straight into the boards. I don't know if he messed up his shoulder or got like something in his collarbone or something, but he skated right off. He got right onto the bench, and it just called it right there. So unfortunately to see Jake Neighbors, who finally would get top minutes with this team, with the departure of Ryan O'Reilly and Vladimir Tarasenko, plus a possibility of Ivan Barbashev. Well, that's all I got for you guys today and this week, probably, unless some other breaking news happens. I don't really know the direction of the channel yet. I'm trying to find that identity and the time. It would be cool to kind of go over each game, but I mean, I'm in Arizona, so St. Louis is an hour ahead of me, so it would be really tough to kind of get post-game thoughts out, because from what I noticed with Instagram, my post-game review usually is more interacted with when it's right after the game. If I do it the next day or later that night, it's kind of just like, this is old news, we don't care. And plus, I mean, everything's going to go down, too, with the direction of the Blues since they've been bad. And it's obvious. Losses, I only get like 40 likes plus 1 to 2 comments. And wins, it's like 130 to like 200. Just depends on the game and what I talk about. But I'll try, maybe, I don't know, maybe let me know what you think. Maybe post-game reviews the next day or that night, even though it'll be late for you guys and late for me as well. Post-game to get all my thoughts. And maybe let me know if you want to hear more of this update of the week kind of thing with Blues News. This week I felt like was for sure, off the information I gathered, was worthy of a video just because there was a lot of information to come out, and I figured maybe this will kind of get me in the right direction of this YouTube channel just to try to get it on its feet instead of just breaking news of like trades or you know, like making playoffs, or I don't know. I only have 2 videos up, and they're both major trades. So please give me feedback on what you guys think. Go check out my Twitter and Instagram. I'll try and put those links in the bio down below. And please like, subscribe, give me feedback as well. And also please email me if you don't feel like commenting and giving me hate. I would much rather get hate through email and read it personally. At theblueloopblog@gmail.com. Just email that. And if you have any like other video ideas or anything like that, I'd be down to do it as well. Oof, excuse me. But thank you everyone for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And have a good one. Go Blues, baby. Woo!